All right, everybody. Scream 6. Now, some of you I've talked to, friends of mine, already gave you a short synopsis of my opinion here. Some of you are even surprised that Scream 6 is having a video on my channel. It's not going to be long. I say that all the time. This is for real, though. Like, not much to say here. I think this is the best Scream film in the series. Better than Wes Craven's original, but it's kind of like, and I've used this analogy before, not for Scream, but it's kind of like being the hottest Denny's waitress. You know what I mean? Like that has the I've been here 20 years pin and everything. It's kind of like that. So this being the best Scream movie for me still is not good at all. If people haven't seen it yet for some reason and you're a Scream fan, this is just more Scream. You're going to have you're going to enjoy it most likely, and this is just going to be another installment in this franchise. There's nothing new here at all. Nothing like great by any means, but totally forgot where I was at, but you'll enjoy it if you're a Scream fan. People who don't know, I am not a Scream fan, like at all. It's never worked for me. It's never done anything for me really. If this movie, Scream 6, came out in 96, and of course we're going to have to wave all things aside, like Jenna Ortega was probably fucking like a kid, like all of this. But if we didn't have Sydney ever, and the first Scream movie was Scream 6, and we had Jenna Ortega and Sam as the characters, huge plus for me. Like if this was the first Scream movie, there was never a Nev Campbell. I mean, she could still exist, just not in the Scream universe. Everything Jenna Ortega does in this movie is absolutely excellent. Just like I said with the last movie. At least they gave her more to work with here. Like in the last movie, it was basically Ortega goes to hospital. And that's it. This, at least she was there for like a majority of the movie. And she's fantastic, as always. Like the biggest break that this franchise got is getting Jenna Ortega. Like without a doubt. She's so good in this. I love Tara's character. Sam, like I was iffy on her in the last one, in the fifth movie. This one, grew maybe a little bit, but not much. I feel like they should have been swapped. Like have Ortega be the main character, and have the other actress, forget her name, play the sister. To me, that would have worked a lot better. Now, Ghostface in this movie is pretty violent for a Scream movie. Again, like, but we get like a few decent kills in this. Like for me, gore or like that in a slasher movie, a throat cut doesn't count. Fucking knives to the chest and blood doesn't count. Like that's not gore for me. And I'm not saying Scream has to be gory. It never has been. It doesn't help it in my case. Because I would have liked to see some of that. So take that ghost face and the way he is in this movie, put him with Jenna Ortega and most of the cast here in the first movie. But the problem with that is then you have to basically it's not Scream anymore. It's a completely different movie. That's why it would work for me. Because it's not Scream. Mindy, is that her name? The twin who knows everything, and then we had to sit through another speech of hers with the requel, and this is a sequel to the requel, and blah, 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 blah. I fucking hate that. All the meta stuff in this movie, wipe it out. Take it away. Basically, like I said, you gotta make it like not a Scream movie for it to be a good Scream movie for me. But this definitely had the most pros out of any movie in the series for me. I mean, like, can you say anything tops the beginning of Scream with Drew Barrymore in the rest of the series? No. Like, that's probably my favorite scene in the whole franchise. And the whole little thing, the meta thing with Jamie Kennedy calling to Jamie Lee Curtis and the killers behind you, and all of that. It's brilliant. That's basically it for me for the first movie. And the sequels are even worse. But man, like this, there is some potential in here. Like there is. Till we get to the end, like the convenience store scene was tense. It was very well done. Like with Ghostface with a fucking shotgun or whatever he had, some fucking gun. awesome. Like, that was a very well shot scene. It was very well put together. It had a lot of tension in it. Very good. I mean, yeah, it's with the two characters that you know aren't dying. So there's no stakes really, but it was done well. And there's another scene or two that were done pretty much right at that same level. So you got great acting from Ortega, and Sam was good too. Like, all the characters. Gail is dead. Thank fucking Christ. That I'm not sure of though, because they left it kind of ambiguous with her. So I don't know if she's dead and they're testing how everybody in the fans react to that, and then they might, shoehorn some excuse in on how she survived. Who knows? If she's gone, good. Leave it to this new cast. If they really need to make another one of these, leave it with just the young cast now. They're the new cast of Scream. We don't need Nev Campbell. We don't need Gale. We don't need Dewey. Thank God he's gone. Oh, I never liked his character. Ever. Just leave it to this new generation. But then again, that gets wiped away if you were to make this the first Scream movie and have it work for me. Because then you don't have the legacy characters to go off of because they never existed in this hypothetical universe. So it has to be a completely different movie, like I keep saying. But the ending, man. Kevin Williamson really wrote the same fucking motive for his killers in 2 movies this year. Like, spoilers, obviously. But we just saw Sick in January, which was terrible. And the whole motive there, so spoilers for Sick also. I'll take a few seconds here. Alright, get out of here. For Sick, the whole motive was that the girl had COVID and she got their son sick and he died. So it was just family revenge. It's the same fucking thing here. Same thing. They killed Richie's, she killed Richie's, Sam killed Richie in the last movie, right? And it just turns out being his father and siblings. Like, so lazy. And what was that acting? In the reveal? By, I can't think of his name. He's been in a few things. He was in Arrested Development season 5. I didn't care for his acting there either. He was the junkie fiance in Shameless, that Fiona was married to. The father of Richie. His acting is always so hit or miss for me. And in this reveal at the end of Scream 6, my God. Like, I don't know what that was. What terrible acting. Like, he goes in and out of it from just to, oh my God, this is bad. Back to meh to, oh. Like, the ending was very hard to deal with, especially because, like I said, it's the same goddamn ending that we got in Sick, like, 2 months ago. So he used 2 family revenge things, which is no different than Scream 2, when Billy's mom is the killer. And so, like I said, if you love Scream, this is it's just another Scream. Like, there's nothing new, there's nothing innovative, there's nothing exciting really. It's just another Scream movie. For some reason, they gotta still roll them out. If you're not a Scream fan, like, just don't care for it, not like the level of animosity for some reason I have towards the series. But you're just iffy, you've seen a few, see it. It's not bad, it'll just be, like I said, another Scream movie. For me, Scream as a franchise, nope. And Scream 6, aside from the few things I mentioned, nope. So this movie is the hottest Denny's waitress in the Scream franchise. But it's still Denny's.